Barakah Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakah, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the Archangel doing his work, and truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. And I want to do this lesson, Salakia. I want to do this lesson, going into some news I had saw that Poland is a country in Poland. I mean, a state in Poland, which is Warsaw. They've came up with a anti-abortion plan. And what you had out here was the biggest ever protest against the Polish government. So let me see. It says Poland's abortion ruling sparks one of the country's largest protests in years. It said protesters opposing the tightening of Poland's abortion law filled the streets in Warsaw on Friday. And when you see things like this, usually it's a faction. You know what I'm saying, or it's like a coup. To get people to protest. Things of this nature. And they deceive the people. When the people really don't know what the hell's going on, in order to further their agenda. They say Warsaw, tens of thousands of demonstrators marched through Warsaw on Friday protesting a ruling by a top court earlier this month that made one of Europe's strictest abortion laws even tighter. It says abortion has been largely banned in Poland since 1993, except in cases of rape, incest, when a mother's life is at risk, or in the case of fetal abnormalities. Okay, and that was the main reason, these women are always protesting and shit. Always talking about the 0.5%. Of women that get abortions because of rape and incest and the mother's well-being, or fetal abnormalities. You know what I'm saying? Every time you put a good argument up against these pro-abortionists, that's what they always tell you. Well, what if you get raped and this and that? You know what I'm saying? And not even 1% of women that get abortions are even in these cases. So that shows you that these people are full of shit. They just want to have the right to kill their children. And it's mainly women out there protesting. Ain't no man out there protesting. It's these women out there. They got they do what they say. They pussy, they power. Okay. Last week, Poland's constitutional court, its top tribunal, tightened those laws when it struck down an exemption allowing women to terminate a pregnancy in case of fetal abnormality. They say abortion remains legal in the three other circumstances. Since coming to power in 2015, the Conservative Law and Justice Party has pushed to make the abortion law even tighter. The Conservative Law and Justice Party, that's crazy. In 2016, the party discussed legislation that would have banned the procedure in all cases, but dropped it after tens of thousands of women dressed in black marched through central Warsaw. So they marched in all black, showing the horrors that they are, man. Like they going to a goddamn funeral. and they want the right to kill their children, you know. In opinion surveys, most polls say abortion should be illegal except in rare circumstances. Yet most polls also oppose the court's decision to outlaw abortion in the case of fetal abnormalities, according to a recent poll. You know, because these women will find any reason, you know what I'm saying, to have an abortion, man. They'll lie and say that they kid has abnormalities, man, and that's probably why, you know, these leaders are doing this. It said 59% of respondents said women should be able to terminate pregnancies like they the goddamn Terminator. It said when a fetus is permanently and irreversibly damaged. Polling firm Kantar said this week. By contrast, 11% said abortion should be illegal in every circumstance, and 22% think it should be legal during the first trimester. It said the head of Law and Justice, Jaroslaw Krasnitsky, called on conservative supporters to rally in response to the demonstrators. Law and Justice has appointed a majority of the judges on the Constitutional Court, including its powerful head. It says since the ruling, Warsaw has seen nightly protests by abortion rights demonstrators. In Friday's protests, demonstrators that are part of a movement called the National Women's Strike carried homemade signs and chanted, "I think, I feel, I decide," as they moved through the city center. You know, and that's what I mean. They had these little groups, these wicked little groups that push they feminism, they LGBTQ, and they so-called women's rights, man, all around the world, man. You know, and America has everything to do with that, man, because America wants to liberate all the women around the world, you know. And look at their little chant. It say, "I think, I feel, I decide." You know what I'm saying? That's emotions, you know. That's how women always come to you. Well, I think, I feel, you know, not based on logic. You know what I'm saying? Logically, you're murdering your child, but you know, I think it's not fair that he come into the world and it ain't ready for him, and you know, all the bullshit that they say, you know, based on they damn emotions, man. So they out there riding over their right to kill babies. Okay. This is Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. You know, and to them people that's out there riding, man, they think that that's the right way to go. You know, freedom to vacuum, you know, a child out of your womb. You know, and then it say, but the end thereof are the ways of death, and that's definitely a way of death, man. Literally, you know, you're killing off your lineage, you know, for your convenience in this world, you know. It says Psalm chapter 73 and verse 9, they set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walking through the earth, you know. So that's why you have these different nations, you know, going after the ways of Babylon, man, for sacrificing their children, you know, celebrating Halloween, you know, celebrating Christmas, you know what I'm saying, all trying to be, you know, like that chief whore, you know, the mother of harlots, America, you know, because his tongue walking through the earth, you know, and I always bring this up, you know, you had some Edomite devils, you know what I'm saying, trying to go by boat, some Swedish devils, you know, going by boat to I can't remember what Latin country it was. I think it was like Honduras. You know what I'm saying, by boat, trying to sneak over there and get them people abortions, man. You know, and Jake, wicked ass, you know, willingly going out there to sea. I mean, literally at sea, you know, because the Swedes was on boats, really, literally going at sea to go out there and kill their babies, man, because that's not allowed, you know, in the countries that they're from. But that's what this devil does, you know. This is Psalm chapter 127 and verse 3. Lo, children are an heritage of the Most High Power, and the fruit of the womb is His reward. And you people are sitting there, trying to put the reward to death. You know, you don't embrace your children how you should. You know, you think of them as a burden, to your social life, or a burden to your corporate dreams. You know what I'm saying? Which children, can be a hassle. Especially in this hustle and bustle, world we live in, man. But you people aren't making a sacrifice for the Lord. You just want better careers and a bigger house. This is Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that's what this devil does all throughout the planet Earth, man. Goes around flipping things on their head. To at one point, you had everybody disagreeing with gay marriage. And now to this point, everybody, for the most part in America, is okay with gay marriage, man. Okay, they done flipped the whole morality on his head. And like now, every time something happens with abortion, you got a group of bickering women, coming out and having a riot, because they want to have the right to kill their children. That's how far off this world is, man. But I pray this edifying Kahala Yahabashim Yahshua, Bashim Rakakodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace salutation to the Akim doing his work in truth and sincerity, and the four corners of the earth, and Shalom.